Hi, I'm Arthur Smith. I'm the executive producer of American Ninja Warrior, and we're here in beautiful Venice Beach for the first night of competition.
So Arthur, where did the idea for the show come from?
Well, the idea is based on a Japanese show called Sasuke, which has been running for years, and every year for the last decade or so, there have been people trying to conquer this most difficult obstacle course. American Ninja Warrior was created because we are searching for the first American Ninja Warrior to complete what is called Mount Midoriyama. Mount Midoriyama is the final obstacle course. So tonight in Venice is a qualifying course. You have to complete this course to move on to the city finals, which would be the Venice finals, and then if you complete that, then you get your chance to go to Vegas, where we have built Mount Midoriyama. Now, it's traveling all around the country, so Venice is our first stop. We'll be doing the same thing in Baltimore, we'll be doing the same thing in Miami, Denver, etc.
So how are you utilizing new technology to push this series forward?
Well, I mean, it is the latest and greatest of technology. Everything from the cameras and the robotics that we have to the best in equipment in terms of building the stunts. So and then of course our post production is a sea of new technology as we put these shows together in post. So it's like all the advancements, especially in the world of sports, and this is a sports entertainment show. You get to play with a lot of good toys.
What are the challenges with each course each season?
Well, we have to find a location big enough to house us in a city, and we're always looking for good natural backdrops. This course, Venice Beach, fantastic. And so the same holds true for every course that we go to. We want to have something iconic in whatever city we go to. So, and Vegas, well, the finale in Vegas is we have this multi-billion-dollar strip that's behind us, but we have this great piece of dirt, which is good for us. This course is bigger than a football field, much bigger than a football field, but the Vegas course, where the finale is actually 4 football fields. So you can imagine the size of land that we need.
How have you seen the show grow in popularity?
Oh my God! Well, this show started off as a cable network show on a cable network called G4, and that's when we got involved. And then 2 years ago, they aired the finale on NBC. When Comcast and NBC Universal became one, it was an act of synergy, and they just put the finale on, and the show did really well and won its time period. So last year we did, the show was shared with the 2 networks, G4 and NBC. We did 12 hours on NBC and I think 14 on G4. The show did really well. It was one of the few network hits last summer. When I say few, I mean 2 network hits last summer. And the interesting thing about the show is that the viewing is, it's very broad. G4 was a young men's cable network, but we're on NBC, and our audience is men and women, young and old. It's a very broad-based show. I think one of the great things about the show, it's a family show, and there's very few things that a family can watch together.
And how were you involved in the American Ninja Warrior video game on the website?
I am not involved in the video game on the website.
What opportunities do you see with Kinect and Xbox 360 developing a more physical version of the game based on the show?
Well, I mean, there's been lots of talk about it. I mean, we're strictly involved in the production of the show, so but naturally this has a lot of play. I mean, I can see this being an amazing video game, and there's been also talk about touring courses and maybe setting this up at a theme park. There's lots of opportunity as the popularity grows. You can really feel the ninja phenomenon. If you look at the line of people that have been lining up today, getting here early, people driving 12 hours, 15 hours to get here, people sleeping in their cars. The interesting thing is that we always have this, the age requirements, you have to be 21 years old. So we always have this big raft of 21-year-olds who have been watching the show for 4 years, who've been counting down that time until their 21st birthday till they can compete. So, one of the magics of the show, and I think that what makes it broad, is the fact of why people run and who these runners are. I mean, they're young and old. It is an everyman sport. Naturally, this sport has its superstars. We have the best parkour guys, the best gymnastics. There's football players, professional football players. The Harlem Globetrotter running it. But then there are people who come out of the stands, who actually walk on here, and some of them do something magical. Last year we had a youth pastor who came to watch it with 20 of his group. And they were like egging him on to try out, and he got in line, and he got on the course, and he completed it. And he ended up going to Vegas. Now, he didn't finish the course in Vegas, but nobody did. But the fact is, that story, those are the types of stories. We had last year a guy by the name of we called him Grandpa Ninja. He's in his 50s, has grandkids, and he completed the course, went to Vegas. There was a gang member last year who was left for dead, and he swore if he survived the gunshots and 6 months in the hospital, that he would run the ninja course. So there's everybody runs for a different reason, and then they bring their families, they bring their kids, and some people run for their sister-in-law who has breast cancer. And I mean, to me, that's where the magic of it all. And the funny thing about it is that no one as yet has completed the course. We've had in Japan, they've had over 3,000 runners on the course, and there have only been 3 people who have ever completed it. We are looking, and this year could be the year where we could find our first American Ninja Warrior. That's what we're hoping for. Someone came really close last year, but didn't make it.